This might last me for a few maps, or it might not. And again, they also give plus 11 damage. Well, see, I've already... Yeah, it's broken. It disappears from your inventory, and you can't use it anymore. See, what did I just say about getting surrounded? Don't... Well, really, a good piece of advice is just don't do it. Basically anything I'm doing in this Let's Play. Probably gonna come out the better for it. Now that I hit level 4, you have another point. Double strike. I know plus 2 damage a level doesn't sound that good, but this game's damage levels and caps are a lot lower than, I don't know, say Diablo 2. I keep referencing that. It's just, it's a basically the codifier for modern hack and slash, so it's just the easiest to reference is all. Yeah, I'm just going around trying to find any more earths to kill. Possibly with double strike. Oh, you little bitch. I'll kill you. No one runs from you. Ooh, glacial buckle. Yeah, some of the item descriptions are a little bit odd. Glacial buckler, for instance, gives you a bit of extra defense and fire protection. I don't consider fire protection that useful since I've only actually seen one unit to my memory that actually uses fire in its attacks, and it was an archer. And it doesn't even appear in this campaign to my knowledge, so it's really not that useful. Same with ice protection, I've literally never seen that pop up. I suppose it might in PvP, because I haven't really seen anybody get a fire damage weapon or anything before, but given how eclectic this game is with giving you stuff in general, I wouldn't be surprised. What do you call it? Yeah, you'll notice like a lot of stuff really matters on what you want to focus on in your build when it comes to stats. For instance, I just switched out basically the same longsword, except it gave me 1 health instead of 1 courage, which is basically health instead of mana. There we go. I love how unbalanced this game is sometimes with the breach. I'm beginning to think it might be slightly randomized, or depending on what part of the combo set you're in. But yeah, this level is annoying, and I understand it's annoying to deal with a free game like this. If you wanna like just not walk through the level, which you can, I'm not gonna stop you, that's for sure. But if you just wanna walk through the level, then it's not quite as easy. And it's not quite as item giving, but then you can ignore the free game. However, if you're going to go for like the extra items in the middle and such that appear, I'll show you that in a minute with some of the triggers and such that are being used here. Kill you. But if you're going to do that, then you definitely don't want to let those free veins sit there, because those will make it a lot harder to deal with enemies you have to. These crossbows are mean and run away like bitches. Alright, so pick up the polishments and stuff. This is slightly better than my flirt. And sell the rest. Yeah, it took me like 5 more screens in the last playthrough. I didn't show you the full part of it, but the last playthrough to get these items, to get the used whetstone that I'm using now. So That tells you a bit about how random some of the items getting and finding might be for you. Like I said, if I were you, I wouldn't focus on attribute points. That's really a matter of personal preference. And it's seriously really cheap. I mentioned the price before, but it's just 100 gems. And it just increases by 100 every single time you buy another point. It does add up after a while, but that's still basically pretty easy to buy a level up's worth of stat points in a few screens. I just got a heater shield that gives me 20% shield block. Basically, there are 3 different ways that you can dodge an attack in this game. Dodge chance, which comes from stuff like nimble or certain items. Shield block, which just blocks the attack. It's not really different from dodging, except that it makes a little sound. Defense is basically your chance to dodge an attack despite regular defensive capabilities, and it actually is one of your stats. It doesn't actually show up as far as like what it does in your stat list, but it basically gauges your defense against their accuracy for how often they will hit. So the higher defense you have, the less they'll hit, but unlike shield block and unlike dodge, it's also dependent on how accurate your opponent is. So keep that in mind. And there are certain enemies, I'm not certain on this, but I think most trolls have a very high chance to hit you regardless of your defense. Block and shield block and dodge still work the same. Right here, this part's a little bit tricky if you don't know what you're doing. Save your double strikes for these guys. This is just like Diablo. If they are colored with different colors, that means they're better. So yeah, these guys are stronger, and like you saw, they took way more hits to take down than the guys I was dealing with before. Plus, in the case of archers, they fire faster. That's why I'm not letting that little bitch fire. Okay, I get that they're kind of trying to show me that, oh no, there's this champion coming, but I've literally just killed like 3 of them. Why is 1 such an event? Well, it lets me know that event's done at least, but come on. We can do better than that. I got patterned shirt there. Yeah, I'm gonna mention that. If you do see clogs and you're like trying to figure out what items to keep and what items to put down, if you know you're filled up and there's no shop around, drop the clogs. They are cheap as an item, and they're the only item in the game actually that's considered cheap regardless, which means that it sells for crap regardless of how good it is. They're actually a pretty good upgrade for shoes that are really on though.